Guys. Today in this video, I will share how to deploy Next.js app in AWS App Runner. Before we are discussing how to do that, I will give brief explanation why I'm using AWS App Runner. The short version is I just need a server that is low cost and also low maintenance. Which in this case, I think AWS App Runner is the best choice for me because it's only gonna cost me starting from $5 per month. If no one using that, or if someone using that, it will cost more, but it should be predictable rather than I'm using Lambda as web server, which could make me cost like I don't know, it could be $1,000. Okay, so this is the Next.js application. This is the Next.js that we just install, and I already prepare everything here. This is not a Next.js step-by-step guide, but only Next.js how to deploy into App Runner. Okay, first thing first, when we think about a Next.js or creating a web server, the first requirement I will need, it must can do rewrite URL. That's why in Next.js I create a rewrite URL so I can test it if it work or not later on Next.js. So for now, let's make sure this application can run on our local computer. npm run dev. Okay, starting. It's ready. I will check. I will copy the URL. Okay, and then I open. Okay, now let's test if the test rewrite URL is working or not. Okay, it's working on my local. Now, how to deploy into AWS App Runner? I will back to my IDE. When we deploy to AWS App Runner, there are two options. We can deploy as container directly, which means we deploy as Docker image, and then App Runner will create a container instance based on our Docker image. Pardon me one sec. Or we can just deploy as code. On this tutorial, because it is so simple, simple is if we are building a node application, it is so simple to build a web server. Okay, so let's do it now. I'm already prepared the app runner configuration here, but I will just explain what it does. So to deploy the application into app runner, first we must have app runner application or app runner YML file in our root project directory, and then we just define the version and then the runtime. At the time I make this video, AWS App Runner the latest they support is Node.js version 18. And then there are build and run command. That is the config on AWS App Runner. It's so simple, just only build and run. So in build, I command it to build, creating a env.local file. I will explain later why we need to do this. This is some quicks from my experience using Next.js. And this is the basic command. We install a package. I run the linter and then run the build. The build will create a static page and all the basic page required to run the application. And then when the application is ready, app runner will run npm run start with the same env. So it using, for example, if you have a backend endpoint, it will call to the api.domain.com. This is just a fake domain. And since npm run start run on port 3000, we set up the network here port 3000. That's it. Now back to the quick why I creating env local. I don't know why, because I don't know why this happened on app runner. That's what I mean. If I use env in here and put the same value, it doesn't work. I don't know why. So what I did is just I will create env.local and then make it connect and then make it create the file, add this line into the env.local file, and then this is for debugging only. I will get.env.local to see if it write the env.local file correctly or not, and then when it run the build, it will read the command or it will read the env that I mentioned in next public API document. So because the env didn't work, I need to go to the other way and using creating a physical file in here. Okay, that's it. How we did on local computer. This is just a simple basic Next.js application as a proof of concept how we can deploy the application into AWS App Runner. Now, we will go to the AWS console. Okay, before we can create a service, we need to make sure uh, AWS can access our repository. I have the repository in public here with okay, sec okay repository. Okay, so make sure your okay this repository in public. You can access it later to see or copy paste the code in here. Okay, now we go to the connected account. I already have the connected account that connect to my GitHub code with body organization. So if you didn't have it yet, you will just click add new in here and follow the walkthrough how to connect it into your AWS account. Okay, after that all done, we will back to the service page. Now we create the service. Okay, first repository type. Like I mentioned in the beginning, there are two types: container registry or source code. Pardon me, or source code repository. If we are using container registry, that means we can use Amazon Elastic Container Registry, but for this tutorial, we will directly use source code repository. So if we click on here, they will choose setup the provider is GitHub, and the connection is GitHub code with body, and repository because there's only one here, and then the branch is the main branch. Source directory is here. Okay, I will set the deployment trigger as manual, just for you to know. If you set it as automatic, AWS will charge you $1 per month for automatic deployment into the main branch. Okay, okay. Now we click next. Okay, because I already have a configuration file, applunner.yml, I will just use a configuration file. So I don't need to set up anything in here. Okay, next. Service name, let's just call APS2 Next.js test. Use the lowest one. It will work with the lowest one. That's the best part. Auto scaling, I'll leave it as default for now. I'll check. We don't need web application firewall. Okay, if you didn't have the role, you might want to create one for this. And for networking, we will just set up the public endpoint so you can get a public URL that you can test. Observe, we will skip. So basically just the default one. Okay, now we review. Make sure everything is good. Okay, create and deploy. Okay. For the first try on deployment, it will take a little bit time. So I will pause the video and continue after there is something running in here. Okay, we are back now. The deployment is complete. The service is running. Thankfully, it worked on the first try. Okay. For the interface, the thing that we need to note here is the incoming traffic is public endpoint. So anyone can access this endpoint, and by default, AWS App Runner will give us a default domain. We can connect it to custom domain via AWS Route 53 or your own DNS manager. You just need to validate the CNAME and that's it. You can click on custom domain to set up the domain and you can set to any domain you want. And this is the login here. And the best part about using AWS is it can connect to CloudWatch. That's the thing that I'm looking forward for. That's why I'm using App Runner. Okay, now let's test if the application is working. Let's click on here. Okay, Next.js. Now let's test the rewrite URL is working or not. Okay, good. It's working. So the application fully deployed. If you set the configuration before, like the configure auto build is automatic. Forgot where it is. Oh, manual deployment. If you set it to automatic, anytime I push a code into the main branch in here, AWS App Runner will automatically rebuild the application and deploy. So I didn't need to set up code pipeline, nothing, nothing complicated. That's what I mean by low cost, low maintenance. What else do I need to explain here? I think that's pretty much it. I will give you access to I will share the URL into this repository so you can see all of my code in here. And if you want me to explain more AWS Runner, please let me know and I'll do my best to help you with that. If I have time. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys. Bye.